Guys, that's right, the Crusader's back. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little different. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys a story of my crypto journey. I've got people asking me to make more crypto content because of the last video, so that is what I'm going to do. And I think it'd be a good idea for you guys to see where I'm coming from. So I'm going to take you guys back all the way back to 2012. And that is when I first discovered Bitcoin. I was on the computer late at night and looking at some sites I guess I shouldn't have been looking at. What was it, Silk Road and all that kind of stuff. I heard that there was a place where you could buy and sell drugs, so I was curious. So I went and looked on that to see what the hell was going on there. And lo and behold, I saw a website where people were buying and selling drugs. The only thing was, they didn't take money. You needed this thing called Bitcoin. And I'm like, what the hell is Bitcoin? What the hell is this? And they had a brief description of about what it was on the website. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, I better get the hell out of here before the cops kick in my door, if you know what I mean. But I was intrigued by it, so I was like, oh, maybe it'd be a good idea for me to get some. Back then, Bitcoin, I think it was like maybe $1 or $10. It was super cheap. The only problem was, it was very hard to get. Like, there was people out there saying, oh yeah, you send me a Western Union and then I'll send you the Bitcoin. It was like really shady, and there was no way I was going to do that. I looked into trying to mine it with a graphics card, and couldn't figure that out. So I just was like, all right, yeah, screw this. This is stupid. I'm out. Flash forward to 2016. I, at the time, was investing in gold. There was a website called JM Bullion, and I was, actually not gold, I was investing in silver. They sell gold and silver, but they also show the price of Bitcoin. It was like Bitcoin had shot up to like a super high amount. I'm like, man, this is crazy. It's like $700. It would be a good idea to get some of that. And at the time I thought, okay, well, I missed it. It's not going to go up any higher than that. So whatever. Well, lo and behold, it was 2017 is when Bitcoin started to go up really high, like in the thousands. It was like at $4,000. And that's when Coinbase was around, where you could only get 3 different cryptos. They only had Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. That was it. That was all you could pick from. And Bitcoin was at $4,000. And I'm like, oh man, I start telling everybody about it. I'm like, oh yeah, it's real easy because then I could actually buy it. So I started buying it with the Coinbase app, just like all the other idiots back then. And it started going up and up and up. And people were going nuts. I was calling everybody about it. It was super exciting. And then sure enough, somebody calls me and says, oh, hey, you're making this money with Bitcoin, but if you send the Bitcoin to this thing called USI Tech, they'll give you like a return, a payout. And at the time, it was like almost like surreal. It was like you'd put like $100 in, and then you'd wake up, and 2 days later it'd be $200. It was like it was going up really fast. So everybody was just like, oh my God, this is like the unlimited money cheat code. The price keeps going up and up and up. This is 2017 I'm talking about. So it's like, oh yeah, sure. Anything that had anything to do with blockchain or crypto back then, it was like everybody was all over it. There were a ton of new coins that came out, and also a lot of scams like BitConnect and USI Tech. So I send some of the crypto holdings I have to USI Tech, and the rest I'm just keeping on my Coinbase wallet. I start messing around, sending things to Binance. Binance was another exchange you could go to, which you could actually trade there. Whereas Coinbase, it was harder. They had another thing called GDEX, but it was hard to trade on Coinbase. So what people would do is they'd buy it on Coinbase and then send it to Binance and then trade. And you were also able to get a lot more different coins on Binance. Like you were able to buy XRP, Cardano, Bitcoin Cash, all those other ones that people were talking about, you could get at Binance. And I remember Bitcoin Cash came out, and it was like, oh my God. And then that was listed on Coinbase, and it started spiking and everything. And then it right around, it was like $19,000 Bitcoin got up to, and everybody's like, oh my God, this is going to go to like 50,000. It's going to 100,000. And then it was right before Christmas. It was called the Nightmare Before Christmas. Everything started crashing. XRP was around back then. It was just got released. Back then, I was buying things. I didn't know what I was doing. It was just like, oh my God, it's going up. Buy. Verge coin. It's gone up a bunch. Oh, I was chasing candles. I was doing all the things wrong that you shouldn't do. I had to learn the hard lessons by actually doing them. I was going around, freaking out. Oh my God, it's gonna go up. I'm gonna be rich off this and all this kind of stuff. And as it starts crashing, all the Ponzi's start collapsing, like USI Tech and BitConnect. They close their doors. They lock people out. I lost thousands in USI Tech. I'll be the first to admit it. I had to get burned before to learn my lesson when it comes to that kind of shit. But I'm glad that looking back, it wasn't as that much money. But at the time, it was. At the time, it was a lot of money. And I'm like, oh man, oh my God, this sucks. And the price of Bitcoin crashed down. It was like, I think it went down to like $4,000, $3,000, $4,000 over the course of 2018, 19. But the entire time, I ended up selling everything as it was going down because I did another thing that you shouldn't do. I was putting money in it like car payments and credit card payments and things like that. Because, oh yeah, just put the car payment in and then double it, right? And then just take the profit out, right? That's what the idiots do. Yep, I did that. That was me. I had to learn the hard way. So I had to sell things at a loss. I mean, that sucked. But the entire time I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what? This Bitcoin stuff, it's going to come back. There's something more to this. So I kept an eye on it. I wish I would have bought more when it was low, but I had other things I was trying to do. Life happens, you know what I mean? But I was always watching it. And during that time, I started following a YouTuber called Crypto Crow. This guy, he had like this thing called Profit Trailer, where it was like he'd show you how to do like automatic trading and all that kind of stuff. I don't even think he messes with that anymore, but one thing I do know is that he had a lot of information, and I started listening to him because the whole cryptocurrency thing, it intrigued me because it was like I knew a lot of people were making a lot of money off of it. They were making life-changing wealth, and I'm like, I want a piece of that shit. I mean, that's what everybody thinks. So, I didn't really care at the time. I didn't care about the projects. I didn't care how it worked. I was just like, oh yeah, is it going to go up? Okay, great. I'll take 10. Like that's, idiot mindset. But hey, I guess that's how everybody starts in this. So as time goes on, I keep following all this stuff, and Crypto Crow starts talking about the Bitcoin halving. And I'm like, oh shit, what's that? It's when Bitcoin, the half of the amount of the mining rewards gets cut in half, and that causes a bull market. So like, oh wow. So then I start buying in, and Bitcoin is pretty much the only one I'm really into. Crypto Crow started talking about Cardano and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, all right, I don't know. I mean, Cardano was hard to get. Like back then, you still had to go to Binance. It was like a big production. You couldn't just buy it off Coinbase. You had to like buy Bitcoin from Coinbase, send the Bitcoin to the other exchange, trade it for Cardano, then take that and then move it back. It was a big headache. So I didn't really mess with it. But as time went on in 2019, going into 20, is when the next bull market started happening. And sure enough, all the prices of everything started going up. All the excitement started to come back. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is amazing. This is great. This time I'm ready for it. I know what time it is, and I'm gonna come out a winner. So I kept buying more Bitcoin when that was going on. That was a big mistake because I missed out on a ton of gains because Bitcoin, at the time I didn't know, but Bitcoin is not going to move like the coins underneath it. So I would go and I did all right, but then I'd look down and see all these other coins like Cardano and what is it? The other ones, Solana, Polygon, Polkadot, all these other ones, Dogecoin. They're all like skyrocketing, like going up like 300%, and I'm sitting there going up like 50%. I'm like, what the hell? I'm missing out. So then I'm like, okay, and then I started investing in Cardano at the time while it starts going up, and then I got into staking and all that kind of stuff because that's when all that stuff came online back in 2019. The price started going up, and I was like, all right, this is great. And then all of a sudden, just like it always does, it starts crashing. And I'm like, oh shit, no, it's going to go up. It's going to go up because during that time, the price went up and then crashed down, but then went back up again. So everybody had freaking balls of steel. They're like, oh my God, like you can't trick me. You can't shake me out. Like, I'm going to stay in it, because I sold as it was going down, and then it started going back up, and I panic bought in because I'm like, oh crap, it's going back up. That was, so I sold at a price that was lower than I was buying into. That sucked. But I was like, oh, I didn't want to miss out. So then as it starts going down again, then it's just like, oh, it's going to go back up. It's going to go back up. It's going to go back up. And it didn't. And that's when all the FTX stuff collapsed. I knew better to stay away from FTX and all those lending platforms because of what happened to me in USI Tech, where I lost my money. And the USI Tech thing, they kept saying, oh, we're going to release the funds. I think those guys went to jail. I hope so. But, they kept saying, oh, yeah, it's going to happen. It was a big scam. I mean, that's all USI Tech was. They were saying they were mining it. They weren't mining. That was all bullshit. So all the things collapsed. Crypto markets pretty much collapsed again back in, I want to say it was at 2021, 22. And we've basically been in the bear market since then to now. But this time I'm like, oh, no fucking way. God damn it. I'm going to learn the ins and outs of this, because I'm bound and determined to nail this. So I start buying dollar cost averaging into Cardano, Bitcoin. Those are really the two that I invest in the most, because they're the ones that I know. And staking, gaining things, the different, learning how to actually use the technology. Like, I've actually minted NFTs, like my Ada Balls project. I've minted tokens, like my Crusader coins. I've looked at DeFi as far as all that stuff, how that came online. It was about, I want to say around 2021 is when all that stuff came online with Cardano, where you could actually go and do trades and list tokens and all that kind of stuff. So I really got into it because I wanted to learn the ins and outs of it, yield farming, all that kind of stuff. And I've pretty much been following Charles Hoskinson because he's the guy, he's the developer. This gnome looking dude is the guy who actually is the head of, he started the whole project. He used to work on Ethereum, I found out, which pretty much was like, they were trying to do the same thing, but he figured out that Ethereum couldn't do what they were trying to get it to do. So he left Ethereum and started Cardano. Now, flash forward to now, I'm seeing that there's a ton of news happening where they're going to be plugging Cardano and Bitcoin into, they're going to talk to each other, which is huge. Charles Hoskinson has been chumming up to Elon Musk and Robert F. Kennedy. I mean, these are all good signs, because I've seen Cardano implement the voting and all that kind of stuff, which is like voting. What else could we use that for? How about election safety and integrity, that kind of thing. Like, the technology, I've seen the technology grow from just how wallet that barely worked to now having all the stuff that it has now. That project, they've made good on everything that they said they were going to do. Has it been slow? Yes. But now the technology is solid. It's decentralized. It has a finite supply. It's completely transparent as far as what's going on. Like, you can go and view the Cardano blockchain anytime. Every transaction that's ever happened, it's still all there. Same thing with Bitcoin. They're all there. So flash forward to now, and I'm seeing everything go up. I am very confident that, let's just say I'm going to be sitting pretty. My holdings are pretty damn good. I have to say that. And every cent that ADA goes up, that's a big deal to me. What do I think is going to happen next? I think that there will be another crash, like there always is. Everybody thinks, oh, okay, no, because Bitcoin now has ETFs. Like, Bitcoin is actually traded on the New York Stock Exchange via the ETFs, like BlackRock and Vanguard and all those people. Cathie Wood's got an ETF. They all, Bitcoin is becoming more mainstream. So, the fact that that's like that, a lot of people are saying, oh no, it's going to go up and it's not going to crash like it used to. I firmly believe Bitcoin it's going to go up, but it's not going to go up like 10x from here. I believe it'll probably hit like 150,000, something like that. Like, it's not going to go like crazy. The ones underneath it, like ADA, that could hit $6. There's definitely more growth when it comes to the ones underneath Bitcoin. But me personally, the only other project that I'm really interested in, because I've been studying, I've used it, is Cardano. So I'm committed. I'm dick deep. You know what I mean? It's all or nothing. I mean, you kind of got to be that way when it comes to this, because if you start jumping from project to project, it never works out, because you'll see something, be like, all right, I'm gonna buy this, and then you'll see something else going up. You're like, oh no, okay, I gotta go over here, and then that one will start going up. Oh shit, and you'll just be jumping around, chasing candles, losing your mind, and also losing money. So it's just like I'm staying put. I enjoy the staking rewards. I've tried to start a actual staking pool with Cardano, but it's just beyond my technical know-how. For the meantime, I may spend the time to actually learn how to do it to get that going. I tried doing it before. It just didn't work out because building on something like that I don't have the technical know-how is a little nerve-wracking, because we're dealing with money. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna screw something up or hire the wrong person and have them rob me. So once I have time to figure that out, I'm probably going to try to get my own pool going again, my own staking pool. And just so you know, it's real easy to stake ADA. All you have to do is you buy the ADA from the easiest place is Coinbase. You send it, you get it off that exchange. That's key, because who knows what happens when it's on the centralized exchange. You get it off the exchange, you put it in your wallet, and then you just stake inside your wallet and start earning rewards every 5 days. It's dope. No lock, it doesn't lock up. Your money's not in jeopardy. And that's something that I believe in. I firmly believe that the future of all the blockchains that I've seen, that I've witnessed, that I've seen through the evolution of me actually following this shit, Cardano is number one as far as the technology being sound, solid, and then making good on everything they said they were going to do. Now, XRP is blowing up. Everybody's like, oh my God, like a Dogecoin and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Dogecoin is going up because Elon Musk tweets about it, and then a bunch of people started pumping up the value of it by buying it, and so everybody's like, oh yeah, Dogecoin. I mean, is Dogecoin going to probably go up? Sure, but it's like there's no fundamental behind it. There's an unlimited supply, and there's a very few people that own pretty much all the coins. So with that kind of scenario, that's not something I want to hold long term. I don't care what Elon Musk tweets. I'm just not going to buy. I'm not putting my money in something like that. He doesn't even put his money into Dogecoin. Just so you guys know, Shiba Inu, that only went up because of Doge. Everybody's looking for the next Doge. Just so you guys know, Dogecoin, that's just a copy of Bitcoin. That's all that is. Someone made a copy of Bitcoin and started servers and started doing the mining and all that kind of stuff similar to Bitcoin, but they changed it and made Doge. There's a lot of meme coins out there, and I'm going to tell you guys right now the whole fundamental, the whole science behind that shit, and I'll tell you why I don't mess with them. Meme coins are super easy to make. You can go on things like pump.fun and just make a coin, throw a picture on it, and set the supply, and then boom, there it is. Now all it takes is all they got to do is get somebody to buy that, pump up the price, then that will suck other people in. Oh my God, this is the next thing. People start throwing money in it, and then the people who started the project go boom, dump, and they just dump on everybody and take all their money. That is what they're looking to do. All of them. They're all looking to do that. So it's like, the degenerates out there, I mean, they're getting creative. I mean, some people, they had one where it was like they could post videos and stuff to encourage people to buy it, and they were doing crazy shit like putting grabbing people hostage and stuff, saying, hey, if you don't pump the coin, if the coin doesn't get pumped, we're gonna die and stuff. I mean, it was crazy. So it's, again, me personally, it's kind of like fun to watch, but I would never invest in anything like that. You're going to see a lot of those projects pump up, and it's going to be the next thing, and I promise you, they're all going to crash, and you're going to get shit dumped on your head. Bitcoin, on the other hand, that's going to be harder to do, because in order for that to dump, I mean, that would have to be billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars for it to really go down like all the other ones. I'm going to tell you something. This is really important. When you look at a different coin, I've learned this. The market cap matters, because the bigger the market cap, the more money it takes to move that needle. Like if something's got a small market cap, someone could just sell like $5,000 or $10,000 worth, and that's going to move the needle down. Bitcoin, if you sold $10,000 worth of Bitcoin, that's not going to move that. That's not even going to be a blip on the radar, because there's so much money involved. So, that's the kind of stuff, you need to take into consideration when you're looking at this stuff. Some of the smaller market caps, oh my God, this went up 1,000%. Yeah, but I mean, the market cap's super small. So it's like, even if you tried to dump, you wouldn't get all that money. So it's like, there's a lot of things that are misleading. I personally, since from my experience of all this, I want to try to take things and play it safe. Because I know that there's a lot of money to be made that you can also do safely, or as safe as you can. I'll tell you something else. I don't put like my life savings into this shit either. Because, you know, I know it's still volatile and you could definitely lose. I mean, there's been 2 crashes. I've seen survive 2 crashes so far. Just to let you guys know. So it's like, is there going to be a 3rd one? Yeah, there is. I would bet heavily on that there will be a crash. It's just when. Nobody knows when. That's what all these are like. It's like, it starts going up and up and up, and everybody's like, oh my God, how high is it going to go? You know, it's just like, Bitcoin's at 100,000. Oh my God, is it going to go to 1 million? It's like, you know, and they start throwing out these crazy numbers. It's like, that's not, you know, it sucks you in until it starts going down. And then everybody's like, oh my God, cascade. So, you know, it's going to be a wild ride. You know, will the crash will probably happen maybe at the end of next year. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe sooner. Hell, the crash could start tomorrow. I mean, I have no idea. But, you know, as far as the projects are concerned, there's a lot of stuff being developed on Cardano. And as far as Bitcoin's concerned, a lot of people are getting more involved in it. More people are buying it. More people are putting it in their portfolios. They're putting them in Roth IRAs. I mean, this is all like higher level shit. This isn't, you know, like CPN bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, this is real. This is like actually like investing and like actually doing, these are moves you can make. So just so you know. So we'll see what happens when it comes to all of this. I definitely am going to be trying to do some more projects as far as crypto is concerned. And I'll definitely let you guys be the first to know if I do. I got a lot of AI stuff that I've been working with, and I'm trying to implement that into the crypto somehow. That's what I've been working on pretty much for the past year. That's why I haven't been doing videos as much as I used to, is because I've been researching all this new technology that's out. I mean, it's crazy. There's AI, there's freaking crypto. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. The world is changing fast. And I want to be a part of that because I'm a guy, I got a nose for opportunity. You know what I mean? I got a nose. And when I see opportunity, I jump on that shit because opportunity doesn't always last. I'll leave you with that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Crusader out.
For hundreds of more information-packed videos, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And if you're looking to take your knowledge to the next level, explore my workshops at thecrusadercave.com. I offer entertainment workshops on CPNs, public records, how to get cars, apartments. Hell, I've even got a workshop that shows you how to reassign zombie debt, and so much more. So don't forget to check out thecrusadercave.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Crusader out.